Oh, hello, Leo. Welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. My name is Paul. Thank you for joining me today. If Leo is your sun, moon, or rising sign, this is your tarot card reading. Remember to hit the like button, leave a comment. Consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. If there's anything you would like me to pray over or meditate upon or send positive energy toward, please let me know. Now, this is going to be a general reading, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger, and I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I might provide. And remember, Leo, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. And we start with the Knight of Cups. This is really a question about giving and receiving love and affection. Yeah. I feel as if you're somebody who is very expressive, very affectionate with the people that you care about, right? And this is really a question of, taking a look at that in your life. How are you relating to other people? I feel that you're somebody who likes to do nice things for people. I feel like you're somebody who holds the door for people. You probably tip people who offer services to you. I feel that you're very good at surprise gifts for friends. I think you have to be a little careful with your spending right now, because I feel sometimes you can be very generous and very giving. Yeah. It seems to me like right now is a time to kind of not so much hold back the kindness, but just watch how much it's costing you as far as your finances go. Okay. But also the question here is, are you receiving the same kind of courtesy back from other people in your life? Right. Now, we're going to put this into some context. Let's do some more cards here. We've got the Lover's card. Very interesting. Wheel of Fortune. Six of Pentacles. No wonder you're feeling very generous. You've got a lot of very good energy here. I feel that you're just you're very inspired by something right now. That Lover's card is very, very important. It doesn't mean romance. It could, but it doesn't have to mean romance, okay? Now we've got a couple of fives here. Every time we see a five, we start looking for the four, right? We think that maybe things are too active. Maybe things need to sort of stabilize, right? Because I feel that you're very charged up by this Lover's card, by the feeling that you have, that you've sort of found your thing, right? I feel like with the Lover's card that you're inspired by something, yeah. That you're sort of you're finding your thing, you're finding your path, you're finding your purpose. Right? It doesn't have to be romance. This is the choice to commit to something or someone, sure. But this is it could be a family thing. We could be talking friendships here. We could be talking about your life path, your life purpose, right? We could be talking about finding the career, the sort of passion that you want to devote yourself to. Okay, this is the card of inspiration. It's like you're going to be hit with Cupid's arrow. You are falling in love with something or someone. This is the card also of prophecy, right? So I feel as if this is kind of an unavoidable thing for you, that this is something that you're going to encounter and you are going to fall in love with it, whether you kind of like it or not, And I think that this is really going to create a lot of changes in your life. I feel like you kind of know that there's great things in store for you, especially with these sort of wheels that we have, right? The Six of Pentacles and the Wheel of Fortune. Over here, we've got the Ten of Swords, the Nine of Wands, a Two of Swords, and probably, I wasn't expecting the Death card. Well, that's interesting. The Death card is kind of this marching onward type of energy at the end here. It's kind of in some ways it almost feels like it's kind of almost a reluctant acceptance of your life path, and you're just kind of you're on the path. And with the death card, you're at the forefront of this. Like this is, you're at sort of the cutting edge of your life, you know? And so I feel like this is an ongoing process that is, I mean, it feels like this is your destiny. It feels like this is kind of something that you're going to have for the rest of your life. Okay? And yeah, it could be a relationship, sure. We don't see a lot of water energy though, do we? Let's select the mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card. This is the random card from the Smith-Waite Tarot. This is the factor infinite and unknown, and we're just going to set it down right over here. We're going to put Jimbo the Lizard King, aka Mr. Lizard, right there on top. Now, we're not going to look at that card until the very end, but it will tie everything together and it will give us the confirmation that we need. If at any point during this reading you feel like you know what that card is, I want you to put your prediction down in the comments. We can do it together. We can make it a group exercise of intuition. Yeah. Let's take a look around the room here. We've got major, major, major. So this is, I think, part of your destiny. It is you uniting with someone or something, a purpose, this kind of sense that this is what you're committing to for the rest of your life, right? And it is something that is long term. Okay, with the death card, we have the idea of really like a long period of time. Okay, and so I think that this is, this is something that is going to last for, let's say, a long time in your life, right? That this is like a forever thing. Okay, and for some of you, yes, I think it is going to be romance, especially when we take these two cards together, the Knight of Cups and the Lover's card. It really is about you finding that soulmate kind of thing, finding that one true love. And for a lot of you, that's going to be another person. It's going to be a romantic thing, but it has the possibility of being something that's feels like a life's purpose, feels like a life's work, like you found that thing that you want to devote your life to. Okay? However it's manifesting for you, it is your beloved. It could be a person, it could be a social issue, it could be an idea, it could be a type of creative work, it could be any kind of a life's mission, you know. And with the Wheel of Fortune down here, it's obvious that this is your destiny, okay? And I feel that you maybe have felt recently that you're sort of at the bottom of the wheel, you know, where the rubber meets the road, kind of getting ground up. It hasn't been all that successful for you in the past, but I feel like you're the type of person where everything kind of works out well, you know? You go through difficulties, yeah, I mean, definitely. We see that here, 5 and 6. You definitely go through difficulties, but things seem to work out well for you. If you trust, if you have faith, if you work hard, but also with a kind of background energy of having faith in yourself, faith in spirit, faith in the universe, right? This is the card that says, you know you're meant for wealth, you know you're meant for greatness. I think you're chosen for greatness. I think you are also choosing greatness. See, it's a two-way street. Yeah. This is a very expansive card. This is saying that whatever you thought your life was going to be, get ready for it to double, triple, quadruple in size, okay? And it's very interesting that we sort of see that here with the 6 of Pentacles in the background position, okay? And in the background, I feel that this is a lot of success that you've already sort of had in life. You know, you've had a lot of big wins that come after a long period of struggles. You know, you've struggled, you've succeeded. You've struggled, you've succeeded. You've put in the work, which is the 5 of Wands, and you've received the rewards for that work, right? The 6 of Pentacles is you bring something to the table that the world needs, okay? And I think that you've been succeeding. You've been accomplishing a lot of things in your life. And each one probably feels like, this is it. This is the one. This is the thing. But then maybe even after a little while, we sort of run into the 5 of Cups, and it's just kind of looking for the next thing. You know, that whatever this was, it didn't quite do it all the way, and now we're kind of looking for something more. It's kind of like, okay, I've done that. What's coming next? You know, on to the next thing. so to speak. Because I feel like with the Five of Wands at the top here, you really like the effort. You like putting in the work. I'm also, Spirit saying that you just got back from a trip of some kind. Maybe that's part of what the six, this was some sort of a group activity that you did. You went somewhere with, I don't know if it was work buddies or your friends or your family or something, but I feel like you just got back from some sort of a group outing somewhere. I don't know if you went on a camping trip or maybe a more long distance sort of vacation or something like that, but I feel like you just sort of returned from something. Yeah. And I feel with the Knight of Cups here that you are such you feel like a happy person, you know? You feel like somebody who really enjoys watching other people be happy too. Yeah. You enjoy, I kind of feel like you enjoy giving gifts more than you enjoy receiving gifts. Does that make sense? Because I feel like it's really, it's a nice connection for you to be able to be a part of somebody else like having a good day, you know, somebody else smiling. Like that feels good, you know. It feels good for them and it feels good for us, and it's kind of a win-win thing, you know. Doing something kind, and it doesn't mean that we're spending a lot of money. In fact, you know, Spirit's saying kind of tighten your belt a little bit right now. Okay, because I feel like you are moving on to this next big thing, and I think that this is the one. Whatever this thing is, it is the one. And it's going to require a lot of resources from you, right? So Spirit's kind of saying, like, get ready for a kind of a wild ride here. We've got to prepare in a way. And I wonder if that's part of what the Six of Pentacles is too, is sort of the resources or the wealth that you've been accumulating over time that now, and I wonder if that's kind of part of it too, that you've been sort of working your way up to something, that you've been doing like big project after big project after big project after big project, saving up resources, saving up money, or perhaps, you know, paying your dues or you know, kind of paving the way forward a little bit for this big thing that you want to do. Right? So it might not be a conscious thing that you've been doing that, but I think the cards are sort of indicating that whatever you have been doing, this 5 to 6, it's sort of been like we've been putting money in the piggy bank, you know, that it may even be something unconscious that we've been leading up to this. Everything that you've been doing in the past has led up to this moment. Yeah. And, well, we've got the Five of Wands here at the top, because I feel like this is sort of that's the thing that you like. You like being active. You like having something to do. You like being the one to sort of put in the effort. It's like it feels good to be outside, sort of doing the work. You know, the rewards that we receive in life, the accomplishments that you achieve, feel so much better when you know you've put in the work. Right? And that's what we've got here. 5, 6, 5, 6, 5, 6, putting in the work and getting the rewards, putting in the work and getting the rewards. I think the Five of Cups here is kind of saying that you've been doing that, but the rewards haven't really been as satisfying lately. And I think that's why there's this big thing. That's the thing that really is going to take you into your destiny. That's going to be, I think, a forever thing in some way, right? Because I find that even in this, well, this 5 of 6, 5, 6, 5, 6 sort of thing, there's something missing in that. You know, that it's not full, it's not big enough, it's not, it doesn't contain everything that you need it to contain. This is missing something, right? And it's very interesting too, when we look at these cards and we see, okay, we've got our major, major, and major. We have our fire and fire. Okay. We've got our water and water. We've got our air and air, right? And then we've just got a little bit of earth back here. The water energy doesn't seem to have the progress that we are looking. See, we're out here as I said, sort of giving and receiving love and affection, right? We're out here striving, we're trying to maybe create the Six of Cups, but that's kind of, it hasn't connected. It hasn't happened yet. We've made the Six of Pentacles, sure. We've had success in the material world, but in terms of your emotional life, maybe romance, we've been striving to turn this 5 into a 6. And so in a lot of ways, we're kind of saying, okay, well, I've been here and done that with the earth energy. I've strived and I've succeeded in, maybe finances, maybe in career and business and things like this. You're very good at business. You're I think a very savvy business person. But now it feels like we're looking for something that's going to satisfy this water energy. That's going to give us the 6 here, right? And so that's kind of what we're striving for now, not to keep doing that, but to go over here and do this. Find something satisfying that's going to be that forever thing, that we're not going to get sort of, I don't know, bored is the right word, but been there, done that, right? So we're looking for that 6 of Cups, really, and maybe the mystery card will be that. We'll see. We're going to move over to the Path of the Serpent now, and as we do this, I would like to ask for your subscription. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. It is free. It doesn't cost anything, and it really does support the channel. I don't know, YouTube's going through some stuff right now. It's really important that if you appreciate these tarot channels, any channel, but especially your tarot channels, your favorite ones, not just this one, but your other favorites as well. Be sure to engage with those channels. Make sure you're subscribed. Double check if you're still subscribed. And like the videos. Leave a comment to say hello. Again, not just my channel, but all of your favorite tarot channels. Okay? We got to keep tarot alive here on YouTube. It seems like it's kind of, things are tough all over, Anyway, I appreciate you very, very much. So do the rest of my colleagues in the YouTube tarot community. Okay? General energy now. 10 of Swords. How's that happening, right? 10 of Swords is kind of a card that's the destruction of plans, the absolute annihilation of the blueprints that we thought we had. And I feel like this is sort of you being ready for something new. You're ready to throw out the rule book. You're ready to say, I'm done with whatever happened in the past that was or was not working. It's as if we're totally ready to try something new. We're ready for it. It really is just like we've had our we've got our GPS all set up or whatever, and we're just kind of throwing it out the window. And the plan I had is not the plan I want anymore. That now we're sort of open to this new thing, and it could be that this lover's energy coming in contact with whatever this thing is. If it is a person, a place, or a thing, or an idea, that this is really, plans are gone. This is like, it's opening up a whole other world. It's kind of, this is essentially it's making you believe that there's a whole other reality possible for you. Okay? This is, it's something that it's uncharted territory for you, right? This is a realm where there is no map, there is no strategy. And it's different than what we had here with the fire and earth, because that seems like it's kind of, you're good at this. It's a business thing, it's finances, it's the more practical sides of life. You understand how all that works, and all that that's been very, I don't want to say easy for you, but you know how to do it. You've been there, you've done that, it's, you're good at it. But now with this one true love soulmate kind of thing, and I do think for a lot of you it is going to be that one soulmate kind of person. You're in uncharted waters, okay? There is no rule book here. So this 10 of Swords is you throwing out the rule book. Yeah, throwing out the rule book here. We see the 9 of Wands in the position of the environment. And it's a strength, right? And you need strength, I think, in your relationship with the world around you, especially because this is going to be something for which you also have to put in a lot of work and strive for and struggle with, right? To get the 10 of the 5 of Wands and the Wheel of Fortune here. And these two cards, these two positions in the spread are very connected. It is a strength. The stronger you are, the more of this expansive life that you can handle, right? That the universe is sort of providing you with exactly as much as you can deal with. Okay, maybe a little bit more in order to sort of fortify you. So it's kind of like you can have this success in business, and I do think that your financial situation is going to continue to get better and better and better. Spirit says keep moving forward with your business stuff or whatever your money thing is. Keep doing that, right? But this is also expanding a lot of other areas of your life. And I think that this soulmate sort of situation with this Lover's card is sort of everything else, like there's no expectation, there's no planning, there's no predictability here. We just know that we got to keep going, and the stronger you are, the more you're able to push forward into this unknown land, the more of this success you're going to be achieving, both in your physical, financial life, your mental, emotional life, your spiritual, creative life. This covers all of that. Okay? And we want this life to grow, expand out in all directions equally. We want it to be a very perfect circle, right? Shout out to Maynard. We don't want it to be lopsided, right? So we've got to be able to expand our capacity for love, for joy, for success, for experience, right? And so in some ways, I think the Nine of Wands is showing that your life is going to be getting a lot busier, right? That you're going to have to stay very organized. You're going to have to stay very resolved and very committed. It is something that is going to test you. And we say that this Lover's card is the card of commitment. This is the card of deciding to devote yourself to something sort of, permanently, right? It's going to be a real test with that Nine of Wands. It's going to, you're going to have to stick to your word. You're going to be sort of challenged to see if you're going to sort of fold or waffle or, sort of break your promise or to abandon this thing, whatever it is. It's not going to be smooth sailing for the rest of your life. Okay? And I don't think you want it to be. Because if it's worth anything, then it's going to challenge you. It's going to push you. You're going to grow. You're going to have to, it's like you commit to something, and the challenge there is to then go and do it. Okay, every day I'm going to go to the gym every day at 6 o'clock. 6 o'clock rolls around. You got to get up and go to the gym. Like, that's your commitment. That's you kind of proving to yourself that you've got the willpower and the endurance and the stamina and the resolve and the perseverance to see this through, even in those moments where you kind of are, and I'd rather sleep in, But again, I think you like that. I think you need that. You need to be challenged because you want to continue growing in your life, And so I don't think, Leo, that you want anything too easy, because then it doesn't stimulate you, right? You don't see the benefit in that, but something that's going to challenge you. And I think that this is you choosing people in your life, not just with whatever this lover's energy is, but choosing every relationship in your life. You want it to be a relationship with a person, a place, a thing, an idea, a commitment, a creative thing, a work thing, a learning thing, right? You choose relationships that are going to challenge you so that you can grow. You're not looking to do something that's too easy for you, that's below your sort of level of skill. You're always kind of pushing higher, punching higher, I guess, because you want to grow and be challenged, right? So you're choosing people, and maybe you've found this to be true in your life, that you tend to engage with people that you maybe don't always agree with, that don't share the same exact values and beliefs that you do, right? You want to encounter different things so that you can continue to grow and evolve. Yeah. In the difficult position here is that Two of Swords. And the Two of Swords is really, it's the challenge because it's you trying not to need that blueprint or that plan. It's you kind of being okay with not having all the answers and just trusting the intuition. You see that crescent moon at the top of that card there. It's saying that the reason, the logic, the rational planning, the blueprinting and stuff is not the way forward. The way forward is intuitive, right? The way forward is following the sort of spiritual light, following your destiny. And I feel like this really is something that you're chosen for, and you know that. And since you are chosen for it, Spirit's going to test you to make sure you're strong enough that you can handle it. And these tests that you get, they're not necessarily meant to try to break you. They're meant to slowly fortify you and strengthen you so that you can handle what's coming in the future. It's why a boxer starts, in sort of at least in video games, I guess, I don't know. You start at the lowest level and you gain strength and power and experience and you move up the levels until you kind of get to then at the top, you're fighting Tyson at the top, And so it's a way of training, right, of building your strength up. And that's why Spirit tests you. Everybody wonders, well, why is Spirit testing me so much? It's to prepare you to handle everything that your life is going to have, the good and the bad. There's the idea that it's the devils that test us, the demons that test us, and yeah, they do too in a way. But I think that, I don't want to get too theological here, so we'll just leave it at that. But I feel that this card is about you being okay with not having all the answers and not having all the plans and not knowing what every step is along the way, right? You don't need to know that. And kind of there is no way to plan at all anyway because you're doing something you've never been before. This is you sort of cutting your own way through the jungle, the death card. There's no guide here for you. This is just you're out here with your whatever machete or whatever, kind of like trying to cut a path through the jungle here. Okay, and so you're not relying on a map or a blueprint, or you're relying on your past experience, but not in like a literal way, because you're doing something that you've kind of never done before. You're in an area of life that you've never been before. This moment has never happened before. And I'm very curious what that lover's energy is going to be for you, if it is going to be kind of finding that soulmate, finding that absolute forever purpose in life, But it's leading to a lot of great things for you. You have been chosen for greatness, and it's going to be difficult, but that's why you were chosen, because you want it to be a little bit difficult so that you can continue to grow and develop and get stronger and stronger and stronger, That's why when we're lifting weights, we start with a lighter weight and we work our way up to the really, really heavy stuff, So this is wonderful energy for you. I want to look at the mystery card and see what Jimbo's got for us. Looking around the room here, of course, we're talking about the Five of Cups and how we sort of need the Six of Cups, or that's what we've been trying to we've known that's what was missing in life, and we want that connection, and that's sort of like, that's the last sort of piece that's going to make this really that perfect circle, right? Because you have the perfect circle in other areas, but we want this perfect circle, the Wheel of Fortune. Major arcana energy. See, this is a sort of perfect harmony, but in a different area of life. This is not perfect yet. It's not what we need yet. So this is what we're trying to develop or to achieve or to attain or to kind of allow into our life. And I think in a large way, it's really about that connection with this thing or person. I believe it's a person. So with the mystery card here, I kind of feel this should be a Six of Cups. Yeah. Let's see what we have. It's the Hanged Man, but it's the Hanged Man reversed. Interesting. Very interesting. Kind of flipping things on their head or off their head, right? If we think of the Hanged Man in its sort of normal position, things are kind of upside down. That you maybe the sense here is that, since we got it reversed, right, that maybe you're kind of looking at life as like your priorities have been all wrong, you know? That maybe this is something that's sort of telling you, like, my priorities now have shifted. Now I'm seeing things clearly. Down here, it's like things are upside down. All the blood's rushing to your head. You're kind of not sure what's what. You're kind of, your vision's going dim, right? About to pass out. And maybe this is how you're looking at your past, kind of thinking, what was I doing? Like, my priorities were all wrong. Now I'm seeing things clearly. Now I'm standing upright. Now I know what I'm meant for. Now I know what my life's work is. Now I know that I've been chosen for greatness and I can see everything. So I feel like this is you going from maybe pentacles focused to now going to cups focused, right? And we're kind of changing our perspective. We're flipping the script a little bit. And I think that's part of us getting rid of the plan, like what you thought your life was going to be, or maybe this plan that you had for your life in the past, you realize, like, what was I doing? You know, now I know what I'm meant to do. And I think that this is really talking about that shift in you. Yeah. We're going to do an extended reading too. If you want to stick around, there is a link up top. There's one down below. New readings for Leo are on Tuesdays and Saturdays. Be sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet, and leave a comment for me. Let me know where in the world you're watching from. I want you to know that you're the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot. I thank you and I love you. And we're all in this together.